MMB Air Gun Review. Beautiful day today. Testing out the AEA Challenger. I think we're going to have some pretty interesting results. I have had some time to shoot this rifle before, so I do know the characteristics of it, but I got a little something special that I'm going to do today to try to show a point about something that I've been talking about for a while when it comes to moderated or shrouded or even barrel banded rifles. But we'll get into that later on. Let's check this out the way it is right now, and if it sounds like I come down on this a little bit during this video, I'm not. I love the rifle. I nitpick, but I love the rifle. So, that being said, I'll tell you right off the bat, before we even get to the end, do I recommend the AEA? I really do. It's a very, very nice, robust PCP air rifle that you will also enjoy. Now, a lot of you don't do a lot of long distance shooting like I do, so I expect a little more from my PCPs. This will do what I need it to do, but stay tuned and I'll give you the details. Like I said, if I sound like I'm coming down hard on the AEA, I'm really, really not. I'm just being critical because, well, that's my job, is to be critical. And if there's points that you disagree with me on, that's fine too. This is my situation and this is what works for me, and I'm just going to relay that on to you. I hope you enjoy it, guys. Stay tuned and I'll be right back. Hi, and welcome to MMB Air Gun Review. AEA at the range today. It's about 60 degrees out, and we're going to get this on paper and see how well this shoots now. I'm going to dedicate today for the AEA. I have to set this up so maybe you can see the target on my computer here, but it's hard to see. You may have to zoom in, but I'm using this for reference. I'm about 35 yards out, and I just want to get it on paper right now and see how it's going to group, and then we'll move it back and sight it in as we go. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I am running is going to be, once again, the H&N Barracudas. They are a 30.86 grain in a 25 caliber, and let's see if we can get this on paper. You see where that hit right there? Okay, so we're definitely on paper a little high, but I am loading this one at a time. Perhaps I want to keep this as strict of a test as possible. So you see where we are right there. I'm going right back on target. Not too bad. Okay, so from here what I'm going to do now, because like I said, this is just getting it on paper, I am going to drop my scope down to the impact point if I can. Not too shabby. I don't know if you saw that. That was a bullseye. Let's repeat. 35 yards. And as long as this is working, then we'll move it back. That's pretty close right there. Bullseye. Let's see what we got again. Right there. Slight wind. I'd say the scope is definitely hitting where it's supposed to. The gun's hitting where it's supposed to. We are bullseye. I don't know if you can see that on that paper or not, but we're nailing the center. And, I don't know how far that camera I have on that will reach out, but we'll try to get you some footage at least. Bullseye. Okay, so we're on paper. We know it's going to be good. let's move the target back, set up another target. I'll move it back to about 50 yards and we'll go from there. I'll be right back. Okay, I know this is kind of hard to see the way I have this set up, but we're at 50 yards. Got a 6-inch target on the sign out there, and we'll see where we hit on paper at 50. I have not aired up the gun. We're going to keep it right at the same target here. Drop her down. And you see where she hit. Let's see how she's going to group. It's funny, it went farther back and it hit higher. Let's see what's up with that. Might be the point of pellet raise in the arc. That's what I'm guessing. Pretty good. All right, 50 yards. Remember, it's 50 yards, guys. If you can see that splatter on that screen, I hope you can. Ooh, I think we may have same hold it. Okay, try one more. We're going to move it back. That's 3, right? Yep, that's 3. Let's do one more. Bam. Okay, yeah, she's grouping tight. Let's do one more for good measure. We same hold the one before that. Let's do 5. And we know we're on par. Okay. Do 5. Well, then we'll come back and we'll pull that in and check the group, and then we'll move it back to 75. Same hold it. All right, guys. Yeah, that's pretty accurate gun. Let me pause. I'm going to grab that target, and I will be right back. So we same hold it twice after the first shot on this one. It's very accurate at 50 yards. I have not charged this gun, but what I want to do, I'll check bar. Let's see where we're at. Let's see what we're at right now. We're at about between 15 and 20 MPA, and I'm gonna actually continue to shoot with this because well, people don't do it. So let's move it back. We're at 75 now, and we're gonna see if we can keep some tight. Okay, we are at 75, and let's check our impact point. See where I'm gonna be here. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, just above the bullseye, but I'm going to roll with it and see how it groups because it's still pretty decent. So I am aiming for dead center, just so you know. But above it, once again, this is 75 yards. I think I can tighten this up a lot too, just so you know. My rest is not exactly the greatest right now. I'm not really digging my impact point. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit here. Really tight. So what I'm finding out is the flight path of these Barracudas has quite a bit of an arc. And that is why the impact point is not dropping as the bar drops, it's actually raising. So what we're doing is we're working through the flight path, or the ballistics, if you will, of the pellet itself. So these Barracudas are pretty good in this. I actually recommend Barracudas for unregulated PCP anyhow. They seem to work really well. Very readable. There's our bullseye. So power dropped off, it dropped into the bullseye. We will do one more. Hopefully you can see that on the target. I bet you can't because the sun is glaring off of it. But I will bring it back and show you guys. I apologize for the terrible camera work. It's very sunny out there. Last shot. All right. Okay, I will be right back, or we can, yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, so we are learning the characteristics of the gun. Am I impressed with its accuracy? It's a pretty accurate gun. We're trying to find the sweet spot to see where it's the most accurate. So what we're going to find is when we zero them, keep in mind, this was, here, this was zeroing it in. This was my first two shots, and this was getting it on paper and tightening up the group a little bit. Then we moved this to 50 yards, and we were same holding it, and there is our spread. Okay, much less. And then I moved back to 75. This was my last shot here. It dropped, power is dropping off, but if we go by the top ones here, we're about. So, finding consistency, this gun shot really well at 50 yards. Still did pretty well at 75. Sighting it in, we were sighting it in. So what I want to do is check bar in this now. We're going to check bar. And I'm going to put some more air in it. We're going to try to find the sweet spot. And I'm going to move this back to 100 yards and see how it is at 100 yards. And I will be right back. Okay, guys, target out 50 yards and shrouds off. Let's see how this groups. So I put another pasty out there, and I still gotta adjust my scope because distance has changed. Nice and clear. There we go. Let's just see how this groups.